What's up, guys? This is Toasty Podcast. A little bit of a quick slice, actually. So I want to do shorts for you guys now because, well, quite frankly, we go too long. They're too long. They're hour-plus long freaking podcasts, and you guys probably take 3 days to listen to one. So here's what I'm going to do from now on for this year. I'm going to have 2 long episodes a month, and the rest will be small. So 10-minute to 15-minute episodes. Sometimes maybe it'll go to 30 minutes. We'll see what happens. Whenever it's just me, I can guarantee you I won't be able to go for that long. So today, let's get toasty. I wanted to talk about a little bit of more pop culture for you, and just to kind of get an idea of what's going on with American culture. You're talking about basically from something that was cool, whenever I was in high school through college, everyone wanted to be involved in pop culture. It's interesting. Even now, people now are starting not to want to be a part of it. They don't want it. The exception I can think of is TikTok trends, which that's not really what I mean by pop culture anyway. I'm talking about famous figures that usually would define people. Because used to, when we were young and we were growing up, we would look up to certain people. It would be, I don't know. For me, it was my favorite band in high school was Reliant K. So I looked up to them a lot. You have other bands. It was usually musical artists, but then you have actors as well. Whenever we were in high school, you're looking at like Zac Efron, I don't know, whatever, and those types of people that we looked up to in a way. That's not happening now. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that stuff's being brought to light that no one really knew. Maybe they knew it and they wanted to keep it away from them, I guess. Kind of like the, out of sight, out of mind thing. But now it can't be out of sight and it can't be out of mind because it's everywhere. You're seeing it everywhere. But I digress. Let's get back to this article that I wanted to actually go over. This is back in March, around 4,000 years ago, the world was ending. Plague swept in from the east like a horde. Imagine, which she posted, thank goodness, on Instagram. This article reads absolutely terribly. Who wrote this? Will Lloyd. If you're listening to this, please change your writing style. Holy crap. I didn't know what I was reading.
For a crazy time.
If you're anything like me, you're at home glued to your TV.
Checking the news, checking our phones.
Whenever I'm scared, I always look to my family.
Together. And we will get through this as...
So that was a CBS promo. I don't think that was the one we were looking for. Okay, so the point I was trying to make here is that celebrity culture is going down. Like it's absolutely not what it used to be, and it probably will continue to not be what it used to be. I don't know if they're ever going to come back from this. I don't know if we'll ever have the same, theme of things going on like we used to. It's a little weird. A little weird, man. A little weird. So I'm reading over these articles, and there's just a couple of articles that look this. If you want content that's important, this is not going to be it. I can tell you that right now. But I just wanted to go over it because, well, I feel like ranting about it. So celebrities right now, because of the pandemic, have been just constantly, incessantly, putting themselves out there because they have to, because they're celebrities and that's how they make money. But two, they're trying to basically keep us from, breaking. You know what I mean? Keep us from the breaking point. And I'm not going to tell you they're doing that for good reasons or bad reasons because I really don't know. I don't know their hearts or whatever, but it's funny because no one wants to believe them and no one agrees with them. Constantly getting backlash of people saying, hey, go ahead and donate to first responders, and they're just immediately attacking immediately attacking these people, and it's just insane. So the one instance I'm talking about is when Pharrell Williams asked his followers to donate to aid frontline responders. People just basically said, get your own money and donate. And then people outed, I guess, Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard as being landlords, but really that's not a big deal. That's how you can make money. The fact that they're doing that kind of represents that their acting must be subpar. And it is. And then, of course, DeGeneres had some talk with somebody or whatever. We keep seeing these posts about, all these celebrities saying, stay home, stay safe, blah, blah, blah. At what point does LA just die, Hollywood die, and it's no longer a thing? Because people are flooding out of LA. People are flooding out of California. Absolutely in droves. Businesses, too. At what point do we decide that California is done? It is not what it used to be. We can't do this anymore. And also, at what point do we realize that all these celebrities are doing this probably because they're also uncomfortable or they don't have any money? You ever thought of that? Or maybe they actually feel like alone and they want to get themselves out there to get views or whatever because then they won't feel as alone. That's really what I think of when I look at this kind of stuff. But the point of this video was to state that pop culture, really just American culture in general, is shifting rapidly, and it had to because of the plandemic, I should say. And after that, we'll see what happens. But that's what I'm getting at. I want to know what will happen to our pop culture. Is it all going to be, what the kids are doing, TikTok, and I say kids, I'm a kid too. What we're doing, Instagram and TikTok and all this stuff, is that what it's going to be now? That's it? What about movies? Are the movie theaters going to die because AMC is pretty much dead and Cinemark is kind of there? The only reason I know that is because I look into finances like stocks and stuff like that, securities. So anyway, with all that said, just think about that. Will we get our wish? Well, not my wish, but the general public's wish for Hollywood to be exposed and dead? I don't know. Who's to say? And the other question I have for you guys is, what's going to happen on January 6th? Or is anything going to happen on January 6th? Why don't you guys comment below and tell us what you think? All right. Anyway, like, share, subscribe. Love you guys. And stay toasty. Toasty.